Good afternoon, Knights. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nicolas Hernandez, and today is Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Here's your Charge on Air update. Government efficiency. You've likely heard this term over and over this year. UCF got Doge and was named the most efficient university in the state of Florida. Charge on Air reporter John Warner tells us why there may be more to this story.
It's been a challenge for me and my family.
Greco Pinzone struggles with the extra cost of tuition that was implemented on non-resident students earlier this year.
Me as an international student on the F1 visa, and we don't have many options to pay for the tuition.
Despite UCF's efficiency, students like Pinzone are wishing they could do more to help.
We cannot apply for financial aid as international students, and it really affects my family since it's a lot of money that is rising up.
This building right behind me is home to UCF's financial aid office, where many non-Florida resident students found themselves this semester after last-minute tuition increases. After the recent Doge audit, these same students are questioning, why didn't I feel this efficiency?
They decided that they were going to Doge. It's become a verb now.
Dr. Aubrey Jewett is a political science professor at UCF. He says that UCF is still an excellent value.
But compared to what you have to pay in most other states, Florida is a pretty good bargain. And UCF is, according to these Doge numbers, the best bargain of it all.
But Jewett notes UCF's faculty to student ratio is much lower than the state average.
It's efficient. It's low cost, but it also means you don't get as much one-on-one time with professors.
Pinzone says he would definitely benefit from smaller class sizes. Despite the financial strains, he remains very optimistic. At UCF, John Warner, The Charge on Air.
University Doge audits are far from over. The state is now requesting information on every undergraduate course taught at UCF and other universities in Florida. Florida was once nicknamed Hollywood East, but that all ended almost a decade ago when the state film incentive program was cut. The Charge on Air reporter Bianca Lopez tells us why Orange County plans on reviving the film industry here and how they'll do it.
Central Florida has around 3,000 students graduate from film programs every year, but more than half of them leave due to the lack of jobs. So Orange County, to help fix that issue, approved a $25 million incentive for the next 5 years, meaning the county can rebate up to $5 million each year to film productions once they're done filming.
The point is to boost the local economy, meaning that filmmakers, in order to qualify, must hire local crew members. And at least 5 of them must be either current students or recent graduates. They must also rent local equipment, hotels, caterers, etc.
Up to 20% of the film's expenses can be rebated, but a minimum of $400,000 must be spent in order to qualify, but only a maximum of $1 million can be rebated. Those numbers change for commercials. Jonathan Bowen, broadcast production specialist at UCF, says $25 million isn't enough to attract a major production, but it's a good start for lower budget films. Without incentives, that's why the film industry has become popular in states that do offer them, like Georgia. Bowen says some of the UCF professors and faculty members who advocated for getting Orange County to approve this incentive for years now are Lisa Mills, Jason Gregory, and Ben Noel. Bowen speaks on their involvement.
Having a jobs market that's regional and local and not just in select parts of the state or in other states, it benefits the university for that to exist. So that was the main motivation. And also, we like film production, we like making movies, and we like it being here. We miss the old days of Hollywood East.
Mila Chalongo, film pending sophomore, talks about why she's excited for this incentive.
But people have been craving something different, something new, original stories, and I think that funding it into the young film creators of today will be very beneficial, not only for the general public, the general audience, but film as a whole and the future of film.
For the 2024-2025 fiscal year, Orange County collected $384.6 million in tourism taxes. Under state law, tourism tax money can't just be easily used for other needs outside of tourism. In Orlando, Bianca Lopez, The Charge on Air.
For more information on this, check out the page titled Film Incentive Initiative on the Orange County Government Florida webpage. Nearly 2,000 freshmen took part in UCF's annual Duck Challenge, learning the basic engineering skills they'll need for their future careers. Charge on Air reporter Camila Escobar tells us how they took on the challenge.
With nearly 2,000 freshmen enrolled in Intro to Engineering this semester, UCF's annual Duck Challenge has become the largest final project the college has hosted thus far. Students spent weeks coding robots, designing launchers, and preparing to catapult tiny rubber ducks into a target known as the reflection pond. Graduate teaching assistant Ella Plessinger says the class has grown so much that lectures had to be moved online, and labs now run longer to accommodate the record number of students.
So there have definitely been a lot of new challenges. One of the big things that we had to do is this semester specifically, we actually had to take the lecture portion of the course and we had to convert it online because we didn't have enough space to house all of these students.
Plessinger says this project is their first true taste of engineering, combining teamwork, design, and real problem solving. The ducks the freshmen use looks a lot like this one, and while it may look simple, building the launcher and actually coding the robot teaches students essential skills that they will use in their engineering futures. By combining C++ coding and computer-aided design, or CAD, students got a true introduction to engineering fundamentals, but for freshman mechanical engineering Taylor Domrez, he says the biggest lesson was learning to collaborate with people he'd never met before.
Some freshmen coming in have never really had that team bonding experience, and so taking random people that you've never met and having to communicate with them, figure out everybody's strengths and weaknesses, and put them together to create a robot's really helpful.
Domrez says that he advises future freshmen to use every resource available and utilize the competition as something to build off of for their future careers in engineering. In Orlando, Camila Escobar, The Charge on Air.
The Duck Challenge continues to grow each year, and many students say it's the first time they feel like real engineers before their first semester is over. Now let's take a look at the current traffic conditions. Right now there's no major roadblocks on the main roads that lead to UCF's main campus, but if you do usually park in garages H or I, you'll want to get here a bit earlier to find parking elsewhere, because garage H is at 95% capacity and garage I is at 100% max capacity. So be ready to walk or get to class a bit later. Now let's take a look at today's forecast. Today's high is at 83 degrees with partly sunny skies and a low chance of rain. Tonight's low drops to 71 degrees with clouds and again a little to no chance of rain. So the weather is giving fall. Put on a long sleeve or a light jacket and go to a pumpkin patch. That's all the time we have for now. Make sure to keep up with all that's happening throughout the week by following us on The Charge Instagram. And check back here next week for another news update. I'm Nicolas Hernandez. Thanks for watching and have a great day.